have a book haul. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Hey guys, it's Sarah. Okay. I have a book haul. Here's what happened. So I have a dear friend. Her name is Mandy. She is bookish like me. And we were talking about getting together because we hadn't seen each other for a little while. So blah, 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 blah. What do we want to do? And then it turned into, hey, let's go to McKay's, which is a big used bookstore, because she hasn't been yet. And she's moving next summer. So she's going to be moving away. And she's like, well, I haven't been yet. We need to do this before I go. And I'm like, okay, how's Monday? So we ended up going. And here's the thing. I walked into that store saying, I do not give a flying flip how many books I buy today. I don't care. I have been a little stressed. I've been adjusting to things. It hasn't been going all that great. So it was definitely kind of a retail therapy day for me. That's what I'm going to spend my money on, obviously. And so I just went in and said, I'm not putting limitations on myself. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to buy whatever I want and I don't care. And I sure as heck did. So I have a box of books to show you that I bought there. Did some damage, but I'm very excited about them. Obviously, I bought them. And I did put a few back. So I didn't even buy everything that I initially put in my cart. But we were there for a while and she got some good books too. But let me show you mine. So these all came from McKay's, which, like I said, is a big used bookstore. I know that there's multiple around different areas. I don't know the details of that, but I went to the one in Manassas. I'm literally the box is sitting here next to me. I'm just going to pull. Okay. So Ken Follett. I found Fall of Giants. This is the first book in the Century trilogy. And this is a trilogy that I do not own, have not read. I got this for $1.16, you guys. $1.16 for this humongous book. Yes, please. I do really like Ken Follett. I do want to read more of his books. So that's it was kind of a no-brainer when I saw that price. I was like, put it in the cart. Okay, this one is a middle grade and I found this for a good price and it's a hardcover. This is A Wolf for a Spell. This is by Kara Sutton. I have heard really good things about this one. Amanda from the Curly Reader actually turned me on to this one, put it on my radar and talked about it. And guys, oh my goodness, with this cover. Can you even? It is so beautiful. And yeah, it is a middle grade fantasy. So that's my favorite kind of middle grade. Okay, so I did walk in there with a list of either specific books or authors that I wanted to look for. So I did kind of have a little bit of a plan. But this was an author that I was on the lookout for, and that's Grady Hendrix. And I found We Sold Our Souls. So I picked this up. It was not even, it was a no-brainer. This was the only one I saw. I did see the Final Girl support group, but I don't need that one. So, but yeah, I'm definitely going all in on Grady Hendrix and his books. And so I was excited to find this one and I will read it eventually, but it's going to be kind of I call him horror comedy, if you will. Another one that I was on the lookout for is Alice Feeney, and I found Sometimes I Lie. This is the one that I have read, but I don't remember much about it, and I didn't have a physical copy. So I wanted to go ahead and grab it because this is one that I would definitely like to reread to kind of refresh, and I got it for $1.64. So yay! But this is the only one by her that I saw. So I was kind of hoping I would find a couple more, but I didn't. So yeah, but I want to reread this one eventually, and now I have it, so I can. Okay, so these next three are all by the same author. I was not planning to get these right away, but they were all there, and I was like, and these prices, guys, you can't beat them. So I found books by Alan Eskins. So I found Nothing More Dangerous. I found The Heavens May Fall. And I found The Guise of Another. Now, these are part of a series. And I read the first one, The Life We Bury, and absolutely loved it. I loved The Life We Bury. And these are part of that series as well. It's following some of the same characters. So this one is a prequel. And then this one is book number 2, and this one's book number 3. And I think there's more after that as well. These were the only 3 that were there. So I went ahead and grabbed these because hello. And then the prices were just so great. So yeah. Okay, another one that I found is The Devil in the Dark Water by Stuart Turton. This, I don't fully remember. I feel like this is kind of like a historical horror-ish, maybe. I think it has to deal with monsters and stuff. And I'm pretty sure it's set on a ship, but definitely interested in it. And guys, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I do have his other book, The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, that I want to read. I've heard really good things about that one. So this one definitely intrigued me as well. So I just went ahead and grabbed it for $5. Okay, this is one that was a specific book I was on the lookout for. I have been wanting to read this book. It's an isolated mystery thriller. I've heard fantastic things about it from people who really read a lot of thrillers, so that was definitely giving me confidence in it. So I finally found Shiver by Ali Reynolds. This gets really great reviews, and just a lot of people really, really like it. And it is an isolated thriller set at a ski lodge, I believe. So yeah, I've heard really great things. Really want to read it really bad. And I'm super happy I found it. Another one that has been on my radar. Another one that I have recommended to other people at my job. Like, I've recommended this to customers, even though I haven't read it. But I know enough about it that it was easy for me to give that recommendation based on what they were looking for. So it's kind of one of those things. But A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This one has definitely been one that I've been very, very intrigued by and have been wanting to read. So I definitely plan to do that now that I have it in my possession. I've actually checked this out from the library before and just wasn't able to get to it at that point. So now I don't have to worry about that. Now I can just read it. Okay, a couple more middle grades here. This one was on my wish list because I read a book by this author earlier this year and absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorites from the year. So I wanted to go ahead and get more by this author, and I found this one. This is Peter Nimble. This is by Jonathan Oxier. This is 50 cents, guys. I got this book for 50 cents. It looks like it has not even been opened. It's perfect and it's beautiful. Like, this is a gorgeous book. It's a little bit shiny on the cover. Oh man, like, it's a gorgeous book. 50 cents. Are you kidding me? Like, I didn't even think for half a millisecond about this one. I grabbed it. And then another one that I have heard Krista talk about. She really enjoyed this one when she read it, but that is The Elephant's Girl. And this is by Celesta Remington. And this cover, you guys, can you even, it is so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. I love it. So this is, like I said, another middle grade one. And I think this involves a tornado or something along those lines from what I'm remembering. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to read it at some point, but I cannot with this cover. It is so beautiful. Okay, next one is The Girls in the Stilt House. This is by Kelly Mustaine. This has been compared to kind of having very similar feeling vibes to Where the Crawdads Sing, which I absolutely loved. I don't think it's like the same type of storyline, but it's kind of set in a similar environment. So you're kind of getting those, feels when you were reading that with the marsh and the area and the heat and all that kind of stuff. I've heard pretty good things about this one as well. Not a whole lot of people are talking about it, but when they are talking about it, it's always good. So I'm definitely excited to read this one at some point. Okay, this next one I got is a book that has been recommended. It was recommended in our reading retreat that we did over the summer, and then it was personally recommended to me as well. Like, people said specifically this book they think I would like, and that is The Wrong Family by Taryn Fisher. Okay. I'm going into this one cautiously because here's the thing. Taryn Fisher, I really want to read her books. So I have a few of her books to read on my shelves, and now including this one. But I do know that since she has been kind of picked up by bigger publishers for her last few releases, I've heard that they're very commercial. So I'm probably going to go into like this one and The Wives kind of with lower expectations, I think, than I would go into her independent published books, because she was able to take more risks and do some more dark things in those books versus these, which I think these are just much more commercial. So that's kind of how I'm treating Taryn Fisher as an author. I want to read her, but I think I need to go into each one with a certain set of expectations. Does that make sense? So I did pick it up. It was $2.49. That's a great price, and we'll see. Okay, I actually, speaking of Ken Follett, I got another one. I found Never. This was $4, and this is his newest release that was on my most anticipated releases when this came out. Hardcover, $4. Yes, please. This thing is heavy book. This is more of kind of like a political thriller versus his historical fiction. He does write political thrillers as well, so that is going to be more what this is, more of a thrillery type of thing, if you will. But I am very excited to see how he writes something like that, because I love his writing in his historical stuff, so I'd like to see it in a more modern setting as well. So very excited that I was able to find this for so cheap. And last but very certainly not least, my man Stephen King. I found Mr. Mercedes in hardcover. This is the first book in this trilogy. I have book number 3 in hardcover that I found when we went to Madison, and now I found the first one in hardcover. I got this for $6. It was a little more pricey, but still a really good price. So I just need number 2. I need number 2 in hardcover. I'm going to be on the lookout for that one, and then I will have the Mr. Mercedes trilogy ready to go. But I definitely want to read this. This is more of a mystery versus a horror book for him. And I believe it's like a detective procedural type of thing. So a little bit different. This would be definitely not considered horror or like crazy Stephen King. This is going to be a little bit more tame, a little bit more mainstream, but I'm definitely excited to read it. So I just got to get number 2 now. Okay, that's what I got at McKay's. One shopping trip. It was good. It was good, you guys. And like I said, I put a couple things back. But all good. I went in knowing I went in knowing what I was doing. So it was a conscious decision for me to go in there and just buy without abandon. So all right, let me know your thoughts down below. What have you read? What should I pick up soon? All the good stuff. I want all the information down below. And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.